Someone asked me how is it to be 35. I'm here. I'm gonna betray the other men in their mid-30s. Okay. You have to pick a side. In my opinion, once you start to get to this age, you're either picking the side of I'm still a little bit young, there's still a little bit of youth inside of me, or you're taking the side of I'm old and I deserve your pity. I don't want your pity, okay? I see people in chat all the time, they're 32. Oh, the day after my 30th birthday, I couldn't eat a whole bag of Doritos in a sitting anymore. I get diarrhea. Oh, like it hurts when I sit down to go to the toilet. Listen. Some of that stuff, there's some truth to some of that. I can no longer, I mean, I can eat the spicy food that I used to eat. It's just the calculus of it is no longer prudent, I would say. I don't want to ruin my morning bowel movement just to experience the marginal value of lamb vindaloo hot over, you know, maybe like a chicken korma or something like that, or maybe like an aloo gobi, for example, a chana masala. I will say though, I don't get normal like daily aches and pains. Every once in a while you get like a mystery pain. Like I don't know what happened. My shoulder is like, it actually feels like Dr. Fauci snuck into my house and vaccinated me while I was asleep. Which honestly, you might say, Monka S, that would be good for me because it would save me making an appointment through the damn health unit, which who knows. Our earliest appointment is like 10:27 p.m. 17 Saturdays from now. But like it's a little sore, and I don't know what I did to it because I haven't been like lifting stuff really. I don't know what happened. It feels like, you know, that lady, the physio who did the wrist stretch, which is like if your wrist hurts, just do this thing right here and then whip it around a couple times. Is there one of those for the shoulder? Does anyone here work in PT? I don't want, oh, here's a stretch you can do. Do it for 10 minutes 2 times a day, but like as soon as you wake up and before bed, and like lift with your legs. I don't want real advice. I want a miraculous magic bullet that essentially will fix the pain in my shoulder. Preferably there would be like a click or something as well, so I would know when to start feeling the relief. Yes, but I'm not on the clock right now. Son of a gun. All right, well, I lost this run. Then I alt F4'd the game. So it wants to kill me again. That's fine. We'll go new run. Start me up. You need to do a dead hang? Unfortunately, I don't have like a pull-up bar, and I'm not comfortable doing it on like our door jams or anything. And it's the winter time. Even though it is Vancouver, I can't go down to the old playground and do some dead hangs or some pull-ups. That's what I used to do when my daughter would be at the playground for like, 90 minutes a day in the summertime. I would go down and, do a few pull-ups, wait while she, climbs up the monkey bars or whatever, do a few more pull-ups, and then eventually I'd be like, that's enough, my arms hurt. You put your pull-ups on the playground? Malf, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be practicing Balatro? I'm not trying to cause any problems for you, Malf. I just want you to know, if this is the first time you've ever gone up against Hafu in a mechanics-based gaming event, get ready, motherfucker, because she does not play around. Nice person. Great strength of character. Insane artificial yet organic intelligence brain for game mechanics and systems. I'm not saying you can't win. I'm just saying do not underestimate, okay? What am I doing here? She's a gamer. I'm saying he can't win? I think he could do it. I mean, if it was like a... If it was a Jackbox tournament, well, I don't know. I guess in that case, I'd probably bet on Will Neff. No disrespect to either Hafu or Malf. But in Balatro, I mean, it's not even out yet. It's anyone's game. My PB is 440,000 for a single hand. Me when I'm an artisan craftsman at the Diamond Hands factory. +2, +2, +2. The evolution, there's a lot of -2s there. I won't deny that. It's, I love that the evolution of that joke is it used to be take something out of context and apply it to a real situation. And now it's take something out of context by making up a fake situation by which it could conceivably apply to. It used to be like, there's not enough meat in this. Me when I'm ordering at Subway in 2023. Now it's like, there's not enough meat in this. Me when I'm the CEO of the cannibal factory after the moisture wars. It used to be about the music. That's true. It used to be about invisible airways that crackle with life. And his voice gets too high for me to understand what he's saying. Lights are something to do with the energy. Anyway, you get the idea. I crashed my car to that song this weekend. I love Rush. That's definitely one of the top, I'm going to say 20 Canadian songs to crash your car to. Trying to think of what else could be there. There might be a couple of Rush songs. Red Barchetta might be up there. Highway Star by Deep Purple absolutely is in there. It is an epic way to go out. That's how I want to go. Car Accident with the Rock Band 2 soundtrack on. Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. It's true. Not all these are Canadians, I guess, but maybe they... Oh, Avril Lavigne is, for sure. Fly By Night. Rush has some good songs, man. Me when I work at the obvious facts department. I mean, that dude was spitting when he said, the start of a season's enough of a reason to want to get away. Start a new chapter to get what I'm after. It's changing every day. What would you listen to while transporting soup in your car? I'll probably put on Riding Dirty or something like that, especially if it was something like something creamy, like a Hungarian mushroom or something like that. It depends. If it's more of like if I'm drinking what I would describe as a continental soup, I would think of something maybe a little bit more regal, like Paris 1919 by John Cale. You know, something a little bit more, you know, stiff upper lip, a little bit more celebratory. But if I was doing a soup that essentially, it's like a 400 calorie soup per serving, I don't know, we'd be listening to something maybe like Ride the Lightning by Metallica. You think that guy in Ride the Lightning did that shit? I guess he says in the song that there's someone else controlling me. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a viable defense in the court of law. He was on ketamine. Anybody watch that new Pete Davidson special on Netflix? I generally speaking, I know some people find Pete Davidson annoying. I find him perfectly tolerable. Maybe even, I would say I'm more on the positive side of Pete Davidson than the negative side. I may go back and finish the special, but I had to turn it off. Because in the first 8 minutes... I mean, I don't consider myself to be easily offended, but he talked about fucking his own mom like 20 times. And I was like, I get it. I see what's going on here, but like, what are we doing, man? Come on, we get it. Low base department. Yeah, I already get enough of that from Corey. He is kind of Corey-coded. I wanted to... Corey kept talking about Smokey Robinson yesterday and his album, Gasms. And he's like, you gotta listen to Gasms. And then he tweeted a picture of like the album cover. I just wanted to reply like, man, with no disrespect, you sure are 40 years old. Oh, man. He just wouldn't let it go, man. I love Corey too. I'm just saying, it was like, sometimes I forget that he's 40 years old. He's like, this old dude's making gross noises. And I'm like, I know, brother. His cock still probably works. Are you here, Corey? Do you have something to say in defense of yourself? Also, Smokey Robinson is a legend, bro. Show some respect. That's your future? No, because there's a young person's fallacy that all old people, like when you turn 40, you act like the same 40-year-old. Like a 40-year-old in 1970 is the same as a 40-year-old in 1990 is the same as a 40-year-old in 2010, etc., etc. Every version of 40 is a little bit different. Like 40-year-olds in 1970 were like nearly dead. I'm not saying they were like about to die, but if you look at the average 40-year-old in 1970, they were like an old person. Now they're Paul Rudd? Not even, bro. Paul Rudd is, I mean, listen, that's aspirational. Paul Rudd is like 54 or something like that. Every generation has its own unique brand of 40. Like 40-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, at least my understanding of them when I was 15, so in like 2003, was that 40-year-olds were like career-focused, self-serious, and had given up on the joie de vivre. My impression of a 40-year-old in 2023 is much more like someone who still wears like the red and yellow Harry Potter scarf. Not true, not true. I'm just saying. Someone who's obsessed with 80s blockbusters. There is something to that. I think there's something to that. Not me, though. I watched The Rock yesterday on the bike. That came out in 1996, so I'm completely different. Was it good? It was a 3.5, but I gotta say, after sleeping on it, I feel like I want to take it down to a 3, and I don't mean it to be disrespectful. 3 is still, on Letterboxd, that's still, I like it in my world. I subscribe to the Rotten Tomatoes school of originalism. But I'm going to leave it at a 3.5. I'm going to trust my feelings in the moment after I finish the movie. Germaroon. Germaroon! Now, I don't, those of you who are extremely parasocial, I do not have a review on Letterboxd as of today, or should I put it more distinctly, I don't have a score as of today. That's because I chose to watch the George C. Scott movie Patton, and I have only just made it past the intermission on my 115-minute long entertainment ride today. So I still, he's only, no spoilers please, he's presently semi-disgraced, and he has a ceremonial position in England, but is not, well, hang on, we don't really want that either. He's not doing what he feels like he was put here to do. Worst Sierra ever? Guy in the desert? I would never pay $100 for a glass of water. That's a bad deal. I would really prefer it if you could be quiet. Oh, man. But, yes, you're right. Gen Z's trying to cancel Patton. I didn't know, man. I didn't know. Because I feel like with my limited... Basically, the way that we learned about the Second World War in history classes is very, I don't even mean it in a bad way, but it was taught in the way that people insult history classes. You know, this battle happened here, and the consequences of that battle were this, which led to this, blah, 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 blah. You know, this happened in this year, and then, you know, ipso facto, before you know it, you know, there's the fall of the Berlin Wall. So I just thought Patton was kind of like a, yes, sir, right away, sir, sort of guy. I didn't realize that he was, in many days, he's kind of like the 20th century NL. He's kind of a Renaissance man that doesn't quite fit in with his times. Preternatural ability to yap as well. I mean, his yapping got him into some trouble. Sometimes his mouth wrote checks that his ass had a hard time cashing, but he wanted to nuke Korea. Listen, I said no spoilers, bro. I haven't gone to that part yet. I told you he just got finished with the North Africa campaign, okay? I need this. It's like I was made for this. That was MacArthur anyway? See, they are trying to cancel Patton. Now, did Patton slap the shit out of that dude in the field hospital for having PTSD? According to the movie, yes. Should he have done that? Probably not. It is crazy watching that movie, though, because my brain is so cooked. I'm watching Patton, and I'm like, if Twitter existed in, like, 1943, and Dwight Eisenhower forced Patton to apologize to that soldier, I'm sure Twitter would have been like, this is why our country's losing World War II right now. It's because the damn woke mob got into the military. You can't put a loaded gun to a soldier's head just because they have PTSD anymore and threaten to kill them unless they get their ass back to the front. Wait, do I... Oh, hang on. I got Nun's habit. I can simply hurt myself and re-roll this garbage item in here. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. In many ways, I'm the Patton of Isaac, I would say. When's Lin-Manuel Miranda going to make a Patton musical? His character needs to be rehabilitated for the modern audience. Never if we're lucky. If Hamilton has one fan, it is me. 22-year-old voice who's never seen Hamilton. Hamilton is everything wrong with theater these days. That's not true, I have seen it. I was forced to watch it on a field trip in the 6th grade. Broken watch. That's good. No, broken modem is good. I hate that Hamilton is good. See, now that's the patrician's take. You can be mad that it's good. Because it is the easiest thing to make fun of all time. It is a rap musical about the founding fathers. If anything, that's why it's so impressive, is that it managed to get over that initial hump and still be extremely good. He can't rap, though? You wouldn't be saying that if he had bleach blonde hair and it was 1999. And that was an awfully hot coffee pot. Does Hamilton have the Rick and Morty problem? So by the Rick and Morty problem, I'm assuming that you're saying the original, the actual media property is okay, or at least not as bad as you would think based on the wave of fandom that it launched. I would say it's not, honestly. Because I don't think Hamilton fans are that bad. Rick and Morty fans, you know, they have they've besmirched their own legacy by standing on the table at McDonald's and asking where the Szechuan sauce is. I think the fans of Hamilton are mostly just like a little annoying in the sense that they're like, hey, do you want to listen to the Hamilton soundtrack? It's not as bad, I think. I don't know. Are the Hamilton fans like... Maybe I just haven't encountered them that much in real life? Are they going to brunch and singing Hamilton at the table loudly, disrupting other people? Probably not. That's an awfully poor Revolutionary War. I wonder what we're fighting for. We haven't lost yet, thanks to Lafayette. I'm not trading a bomb for a key. Oh shit, he's seen it? What do you mean I've seen Hamilton like 8 times on Disney Plus, and then many times also, and by many times I mean once, on the 30-minute Maddie Magiacomo Peloton Hamilton run. Wicked is my Hamilton. Every single witch is my enemy. That's not true. Don't hurt me. Wicked was... I guess I can understand why, if you were like in college when Hamilton hit, you would be annoyed by it. Because I was in college when Wicked was popping off, and every time the girls in our dorm got like, you know, 2 vodka crayons in them, it was defying gravity. It was just non-stop, and you're like, brother, I'm trying to listen to tapes. Our sister, I'm trying to listen to tapes and tapes here. Okay, can we just relax? Mine was The Greatest Showman. Can understand that. Hugh Jackman. Take the pill. Good idea. Whoa! Wow! Oh. Sorry, I laid it on a little thick. I am tiny though. Don't do I dreamed the dream in time gone by. NL's not online enough to get that reference. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Thing, what is that thing? Thing, sing, that thing can sing. Song long, a long, long song. Goodbye thing, you sing too long. In the words of the inimitable Dr. Seuss. That's, I believe, I don't want to get on Bill Ackman's bad side. That is hop on pop. I want to give attribution. That is true. Young adults in 1971, Dr. Seuss. Young adults in... Oh, no, this could totally work. Okay, just give it... I stole the joke from chat. I'm just putting a little spin on it. Midwestern moms... I'm sorry, it's punching down. Midwestern moms in 1975. Dr. Seuss. Midwestern moms in 2024. Doctor? Sus. I'm sorry I had to do it. What a bit. They're saying he's the voice of a generation. Librarian thinks this website is so cooked, man. I took the joke from chat. The joke? I took the joke from chat, and I get financially rewarded for it? No, you know what? I'm being financially rewarded for being the only streamer who would admit to it. Yeah, that's the cope. I am 5'7", but my wife thinks I'm 5'9". No one typed that? Yeah, it was a rare original thought. We have them sometimes. Not often. Chat, is NL a pick-me streamer? No, I don't think so. Because I think a pick-me is like, I'm not like other girls, I watch sports. But actually, the subtext is that, like, they're degrading themselves just to get approval, right? They're like a Benedict Arnold of their own demographic, because rather than have solidarity, they want approval. The problem with the hypothesis that I am a pick-me streamer is because I definitely make fun of chat more than I make fun of other streamers. I did not mean to purchase this bomb. So, like, there's a subtext in every joke that I make about other streamers, which is it could be worse, they could be chatters. How do you feel about that? Lamau, he got us. Look at them, they love it. You can insult them right to their face. They'll keep coming back for more. Extremely chatter voice. So true, I hate chatters. Extremely streamer voice. You know what? That is true. Hey! I don't hate the chatters, though. Most useful tower card? Brother, I didn't program it, okay? Take that up with Eddie. Angel Room. Seraphim is pretty good. But it's not Sacred Heart. So it could be pretty better. Scapular's good, but you gotta be Richard Hammer to make it useful. That's a compliment! Scapular habit. We're back in 2014. Sorry, for 2 hours after my bike ride, I forget how to speak. That explains a lot of the streams. That's why I put the co-op stuff at the end. Also, so Chiblee doesn't have to wake up at 2:37 a.m. New Zealand time. How was the ride today? I feel like a damn idiot. Because I really must come to the conclusion that Home Alone is bad. I can't believe I did one entertainment ride to Home Alone and said it was torture, the classes are better, and then started watching actually good movies on the bike, and the time just flies by. I have a new appreciation for cinema and a newfound disappointment in what I thought was one of the best Christmas movies ever made. Join us in the Criterion Collection. You would think, I mean, it's not as... I'm not as focused watching a movie on the bike as I would be watching a movie in the theater, but I am way, way, way more focused watching a movie on the bike than I am watching a movie at home on the couch. Because if you're watching a movie at home on the couch, you gotta fight the constant temptation to, you know, I'm gonna look at my phone, I'm gonna, like, you know, go do something while I'm watching the movie. When your ass is planted in the saddle and you've got a good excuse to not go anywhere, you would start to get a real appreciation for, like, what they were going for in every movie. You don't just, like, you know, doom scroll on your phone and then, like, when an action scene happens, look up and go, like, I don't really understand the weight of this scene. Like, you're watching the whole damn thing, bro. found myself saying things about... I haven't finished Patton yet. That's why it would be dishonest of me to give it a score. Speaking of which, though, I guess pun intended, I found myself saying things about Patton like the score is sublime. If that shit came on, you know, CBC Gems at 9:06 p.m., I would not have noticed that. As soon as the screen went dark for 2 seconds, I would have been like, okay, time to go to r/Vancouver. Get pissed off about something. Yeah, I think the cycling movie theater, man, it's coming back. Why not go to the movie theater? Because this shit is not open when I have my free time, starting at, you know, 6:15 a.m. They've got to have movie theaters that open earlier. Also, occasionally, I do have to be interrupted. Occasionally, my wife will come down the stairs and be like, hey, like, our daughter has hives. And I'm like, okay, that's a good excuse for me to get off the bike. I will say, and this is cute, and by the way, I take it as a compliment, not as an insult, but I can't let the good opportunity for a joke you know, like, leave me. I swear to you, so I came up from my bike ride this morning. I'm going to pause, because the verbiage is important. I came up from my bike ride this morning, got dressed. My wife was getting out of bed. I said, good morning. She said, good morning. I was just thinking about something. If you had hair and you didn't have glasses, you would look just like 90s Brad Pitt. That's very complimentary. That's a nice thing to say. I took a look at myself in the mirror and I said, you know what? I am rather handsome. I took it as a compliment, and I still do. I do have to acknowledge that when I looked in the mirror, the first two things I noticed about myself was the fact that I'm bald and the fact that I had glasses. But if we were to just completely ignore the two most defining characteristics of my visage, I could see a little bit of 90s Brad Pitt in there. He's 6'3". That would be maybe like the third thing, I guess. She needs an eye test. The other thing is, my wife, I'm going to take it as Brad Pitt, to be honest, but sometimes she doesn't know the Hollywood actors and actresses too well. So she actually might be thinking about Michael Stuhlbarg, which is also, I get he's a character actor. I still think he's a handsome guy. I would still take it as a compliment, don't get me wrong. I lived, bitch. You legit look like young Kevin Spacey. Don't put that evil on me. If I could see it. I could see it. Maybe I do look like... Maybe I don't just look like every bald guy. Maybe I just kind of look like every guy. Every white guy, at least. So I got like a strong jaw, but I also have like a round face. So I think you could actually be like, this guy looks like almost every other white man on the planet. There are times when I open up video games and it's like, I don't even need to change the character preset. You don't look like John Mulaney? No disrespect intended. That is because John Mulaney is like 122 pounds. And he actually is the only like human being on Earth that has like a 1950s face in 2023. You know how people always, they'll pull up like a picture of an old baseball team from like the 1920s and they'll be like, why don't these guys exist anymore? John Mulaney is the last one who actually looks like he could be from, like, the Brooklyn Dodgers of 1916. It's not an insult. He washes Pete Davidson. Like in the bath? Wherever. In any domain. Except maybe text to Kanye. Pete Davidson still seems like the GOAT in the text to Kanye category. Why do they call Jacob Elordi the Eucalyptus Man? I don't know. Why do they call Jacob Elordi the Eucalyptus Man? Because you can put your elliptus on his... What? Don't type that ignorant shit in here. Nobody typed that? I know! It's an original thought. Every pill is a luck up. Fantastic. I don't even know who Jacob Elordi is. I know he's in Saltburn. He plays the guy who lives at Saltburn at the start of the movie. He's the guy from Baby Driver? That's Ansel Elgort, bro. He's from Euphoria. Okay. Who does he play in Patton? Is he in The Last Duel? By the way, I was getting torched yesterday, or 2 days ago, when I was talking to Bear about the star-studded cast of The Last Duel. Everyone was like, why didn't you say the lead actress's name? She has like a huge role in the movie. That's definitely true. I was feeling bad about myself. I was like, I should know her name. Looked her up on Wikipedia yesterday. Only thing she's done that wasn't on Sky TV in England was The Last Duel, motherfucker. And like a Celine campaign or something like that where she modeled. I don't feel bad about that anymore. She's not a household name that I didn't know. That was, yeah, she's in Free Guy. I didn't see that shit. I just watched the streamer cameos on TikTok. I'm not insulting her at all. I'm just saying it's understandable I didn't know her name. Also, I saw a shocking number of people saying that the point of The Last Duel is that the events in The Last Duel are ambiguous. You need to watch the movie again with a fresh set of eyes, you media illiterate motherfuckers. They take a stand on the events that happen in the film, okay? You should be able to create a composite of truth based on the perspectives you see. Moreover, it's in keeping with the themes of Ridley Scott's work that the results of the duel indicate who was telling the truth. You need to take your ass back to cinema class. There's actually an interview where Ridley Scott calls those people idiots directly. I am a genius. I'm a damn genius. Anyway, I'm not saying, I want to say more about it. I may up my score on The Last Duel. I'm starting to think that I was a coward for giving it a 4.5. Even though at the time, a 4.5 felt like I was maybe giving it a little personal tilt from like a 4. I think it might be a genuine 5-bagger. If the movie has one fan, it is me. Out of 5 or 10, I have a university education. Out of 5. Come on. Don't kill me. Sir, the trinket? Oh, I guess I don't need a busted key anymore, right? Prevents Krampus from showing up in devil rooms. Fucking does fucking nothing because the only thing that matters is HP, tears, and damage. Okay, okay. So a whole lot of words to just say does not help you that much. It's a good trinket. Path of Exile, motherfuckers, when you do 7.5 more basis points of lightning damage per tick while wearing a helmet. I was driving behind a school bus today and the kids were laughing at me. That's something you can't, you just have to accept. Nobody can own you like a group of children, especially... I feel like elementary school kids, whatever, teenagers, you're like, they're punks. They criticize everything because they've never done anything in their lives, you know? Once you're in the arena, you may feel a little differently. But preteens are like the most vicious because they still have like the... almost the veil of innocence where it's like... like children, when they wound you, are not trying to harm you. They're just telling the truth. But then doing so in a tactless way. But then also, they're starting to get, like, well-versed in the social politicking that makes human life so interesting. Like, I feel like my niece could damage my pride more than almost any other person on the planet right now. So, like, sometimes my daughter will be like, I don't like daddy. And I'm like, you're 3 years old. You don't know what you're talking about. But if my 12-year-old niece went off on me, I would be like, I'm fucking dead, bro. There's nowhere to stand, my dude. My cousin asked my mom why she wears little old lady glasses. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. OMG, she does. You don't know her. But I don't know, I also feel like if you're upset by being laughed, if you're just bringing it up as an observation, no harm, no foul. But if you're upset that a group of kids laughed at you, I'm just saying in a field hospital, George S. Patton would... he'd slap the shit out of you. He'd probably say some stuff that I can't say as well. He probably shouldn't have been saying it in 1942 for that matter, but they were at war. He would be like, why do you care about the approval of a bunch of people born in the year 2016? I'm not going in there. As far as I'm concerned, this area over here is like a bathroom after Ace Ventura has been in it. Do not go in there. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. -2, we don't like the Ace Ventura jokes anymore. Duly noted. We don't like the Ace Ventura jokes. The first movie has not aged well? Yeah, but, like, we're not talking about the first movie. We're talking about after he gets out of the bathroom and says, do not go in there. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater here, okay? Not everything in Ace Ventura I'm going to get up and go to bat for it, but... that, like a glove when he crashes the car perfectly into the parking spot. When he calls the dude with the monocle the Monopoly Man. Spawns an item from the current items. Wait, this is exactly what I need right now? Never mind. When he makes his butt talk, when he crawls out of the rhino. Exactly. There's a lot of good stuff in there. What does this do again? Doesn't this hurt me? No, it's just a good battery. Which one of these hurts? No, it's not good enough. We can do better? It's not good enough. We can do better. The Slinky killed me as a kid. Ace Ventura is one of those movies I was talking about with Bear Taffy, essentially. I saw the sequel a million times as a kid and only saw the original like twice. So I assumed that when everybody was talking about how much they love Ace Ventura, they were talking about When Nature Calls. Come to find out, everybody hates When Nature Calls and everybody loves the original. Well, don't like the weather? Wait 20 years. Now everybody hates the original and everybody likes When Nature Calls, okay? Sometimes you're not wrong, you're just early. Which one's the bat? Which one's the dolphin? Ace Ventura 2 is the bat. Shikaka. Ace Ventura 1 is the dolphin. Miami. The second one's a little problematic too. You know what? Looking back, I can see that. I can see how you would feel that way. I always think about it when I'm in the bathroom, though, and he soul reads the dude at the party. Because he has like a little drop of pee on his trousers. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Okay, maybe not every time I'm in the bathroom, but... Can I get like a pill or something? Stop trying to get me to talk about the tunnels, man. Nothing good can come from a conversation on the tunnels. I'm not equipped to talk about the tunnels, okay? I saw the tunnel stuff just like everybody else. Unlike everybody else, I said, you know what, it's not my place to comment on the tunnels. I don't know. It's fraught with peril, to be honest with you. I'm not... That's exactly right. I barely even commented on the lady building the mine shaft under her own house. I don't want my words to be misused by bad actors, okay? What do you mean? It's really funny? I know, and that's the problem. We used to be a proper society where you could see a man climbing out of a tunnel and be like, what? That's an adult man climbing out of a tunnel? That's pretty wild. Nowadays, it's all fraught with societal criticism. The comedy of it has been lost, and maybe that's just the price we have to pay. I can accept that. I don't want to die. Okay. This has already exploded. We would have found the secret room there. I'm Sherlock Holmes. Never mind. Sorry, I'm trying to think of there's a bit about Sherlock Holmes. I'm trying to suss it out. I can't figure it out. There's a joke in there somewhere. I don't know if Sir Arthur Conan Doyle would like it. Or Sir Digby Chicken Caesar. Isn't it crazy that Sir Arthur... Isn't it crazy that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote both Sherlock Holmes and James Bond? He did? No, I made it up. I didn't know what to say, so I just made up something for clicks. That's Ian Fleming, the guy who played Magneto. It is kind of crazy that the same dude played Gandalf and Magneto, two of the most based characters in millennial movie history. Wait, a big hook is coming over from the side of the screen? They're saying Magneto's not based? Not for his, like, he did a lot of negative stuff, don't get me wrong. He had his motivations, for better or for worse. But anytime they have to build a special prison just for you, in cinema terms, that's fucking cool. Fine, I'll take it. I guess this isn't fair to say, because there wouldn't have been much of a movie. Like, I'm willing, more than willing, to suspend my disbelief for entertainment. But they really should have just killed Magneto. They should have just poisoned him or something, right? Every time they put him in that plastic prison, he gets out, man. He uses, like, the hemoglobin in your blood, or Mystique smuggles in, like, a fork or something like that. They really should have just cut his head off with, like, a wooden guillotine or something. Just kill him, bro. Dude, you're right. The dude can lift the Golden Gate Bridge with his mind. I'm sorry. It's just like some things you gotta put humanity aside. They hit him with like a crossbow bolt or something. He's made of the same flesh that we are, dude. We could have like a wooden arrowhead or something, I'm sure. Hey, did you hear that they're remaking the character of Magneto to make him fit in better with the modern world? That's right. They're changing Magneto into Plastico. He can now manipulate plastic. I earned those -2s. Don't take them from me. I earned them. Me, when I'm the prison guard assigned to guard Magneto and I realize he can manipulate all the microplastic in my blood, well, so that just happened. Yeah, and the only thing that could keep him restrained is a full metal prison. And then at the end of the movie, he escapes and he gets on the airplane. And they're like, "Sir, would you like chicken or fish?" And he's dignified, so he says, "Actually, I believe I ordered the vegetarian meal." And they go, "Of course, very good, sir." And he opens up the vegetarian meal, and there's a plastic fork and a plastic knife in there. And he looks at the camera, and then you, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, what I've done. Dude, that would go crazy. X-Men 4-2. Birth of Plastico. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't. Yeah, I could probably save Marvel. I was thinking about it. It's a shame how cooked Marvel is. As someone who enjoys when things are good and doesn't like it as much when they're bad, you know that they've been hyping up that little mini-series Echo, and I just can't be fucked. They're like, we're actually going to drop all the episodes at once. It's the streaming event of January. 66 on Metacritic. It's too high of a score for me to watch it out of curiosity, but too low of a score for me to be intrigued. It's simply not going to happen. I don't know who the fuck Echo is to begin with. It's they're in a rough spot, man. They're in a rough spot. Kingpin's in it. I know, and I love that for Vincent D'Onofrio. We will not be watching, but I do. I love that for Vincent D'Onofrio. Isn't Kingpin just like a big fat guy? Okay, listen. He's really, really, really strong. Like, he's unbelievably strong. Like, he's a normal guy who's really, really strong, but his strength is so strong that he's almost like a threat to the super strong superheroes. This actually ended up being like a good run. And he's super smart. Yeah. Okay, slash marker. Call that Isaac 1.